Hey guys, Sean Media just want to do a big shout out to Rugby League Culture Lounge. All the best this year, 2020.
Alright, oh, yeah! Fuck!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the YouTube channel. My name is Nick from Australia. Welcome to the NRL Round 26 tips for the 2023 NRL season. And to help me preview the round of footy, we've got Rugby League YouTuber Z-Tank99. Z-Tank, how are you, bro?
Good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good, mate. Thanks for coming on the channel tonight. And looking forward to getting into the round preview with you, mate.
Yeah, definitely.
Good to have you on. Anyway, hello to the live chat. Hope you guys are all well. We got Jason Reader, as always, SS Storm fan, Viking Axe, SS Storm fan, CJ Moxley, Josh Rabbitohs 2023. We've got Will. I know we're going to get a few more people in here as we get into it. Hope everyone is doing well on this Monday night, August 21st, 2023, 6:33 p.m. on a Monday night. So we did the tips last Monday, and they were a very, very good success. They were successful, and we're going to do it again this week and see how we go. But if you're new, don't forget to like the stream, subscribe to the channel, and do all that good shit as well. And if you haven't subscribed to Z-Tank99, make sure you do as well. I would really appreciate that, and I'm sure he would as well. But Z-Tank, we might as well get straight into the round of footy. There's some big games this weekend. Some teams are playing for their season. Some are playing for top four. Some are just trying to get through so they can go on their Bali trip. But let's get into it. And it all begins on Thursday night with the grand final rematch from last year. It's the Penrith Panthers up against the Parramatta Eels, live from Bluebet Stadium out at Penrith. Penrith are favourites, as we all expected, at $1.10. Parramatta at $7. Now, believe it or not, there's some sort of rumour that Parramatta can still make the 8. I think they're all dead and buried now. I think they're looking to Bali. Panthers and the Eels Thursday night. Obviously, we don't have a team list till tomorrow, but I think we all know who's going to be playing. Who do you like in this one, Z-Tank? Panthers and the Eels.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, not really hard to say, but it's in terms of like Parramatta, they need like planet aligning type stuff for them to even make the 8 at this point. But Penrith are in the neck and neck battle for the minor premiership, so they're going to come out firing, and obviously they want to put one past against their Western Sydney rivals. So I've got Penrith to take this. I think it'll be sort of closer than the market suggests. I'm going to say by about 14, which might be kind to Parramatta, but I think it should be something along those lines. And I think Crichton should be first try scorer.
Yeah, no, sounds good. Look, I'm kind of with you. The market probably should be a bit more respectful to Parramatta, considering they always go all right against Penrith in the regular season. I mean, the Eels did beat them earlier in the year. I think it was round 4 at CommBank, the Golden Point game, the Mitchell Moses field goal. I think Penrith will win as well. They don't lose these sort of games where they're looking to try and win the minor premiership. Penrith are just too good at the moment. Parramatta, not really, not much going there. Obviously, Moses is out, and it's tough for the Eels at the moment. So, look, I'm with you. But I'll go Penrith by 20 points. They'll probably score a few more points towards the back end. I reckon it'll be close for probably 65 minutes. And that Penrith must score 2 late ones in the last 10 to sort of make the margin a bit more, in Penrith's favour. So I'll go Penrith by 20. First try scorer. I don't mind the Stephen Crichton one. I will go, you know what? I'm going to go with Ruffy. I'm going to go with Scott Sorensen in the back row. He didn't play last week. He was rested. I think he'll come in and have a big game. So We agree on that one. Panthers to beat the Eels. Let's go to Friday night footy, and the first game begins at 6 o'clock at Mount Smart Stadium in New Zealand. It is the Warriors versus the Dragons. The Warriors are $1.15. The Dragons at $6. Obviously, this game's over there in New Zealand. The Warriors' last home game of the regular season. They would probably like to sell it out or go close to doing that. The Warriors, they're looking good. Short price favourites here against the Dragons. What do you reckon in this one? Warriors, Dragons.
I mean, the Warriors have made New Zealand like a proper fortress. I mean, as kind of expected after the several years that they had to play over here. Yeah, I've got the Warriors to take this. Dragons are a team that can switch it on against the higher end team. So I'm going to go against the grain. I'm going to say be Warriors by 12. So
wow,
be a little bit closer. And for first try score, I'm actually going to go with Ravalawa from the Dragons to take the first try.
Yeah, look, I'm with you. I think the Warriors will win, but I'm telling you right now, this game will be closer than people think. The Dragons, they had Melbourne on the ropes last week. They should have beat Parramatta. They should have beat Manly. They were competitive with South Sydney for a long time. The Dragons have been getting up for all these teams that are in the 8 and in the 4. So, look, I know last time they played, the Warriors had an absolute field day with them. I think they beat them by like nearly 50. So, I think the Warriors will win. I will go the Warriors by 16 points. A bit of a competitive game. First try scorer. I think Dallin scored like 4 tries against them last time. I'm going to go with Dallin again. Dallin, Tenny's Lesniak for first try scorer. Warriors to get the job done over the Dragons. Now, the main game on Friday night, it's another Queensland derby. It's the second encounter of the Dolphins versus the Cowboys. Friday night, 8 o'clock up at Suncorp Stadium. And for those of you that do not know, I will be at the game Friday night. I will be at Suncorp Stadium. I'll be in Bay 317 in the away bay, getting around the lads and hoping to get a win because our season is on the line. If we lose, we're officially ruled out for finals footy. We can still get there. We just have to win this game and win next week as well, I suppose. But the odds are the Cowboys are favourites at $1.25. The Dolphins at $3.70. I'm sure there'll be a few punters out there that won't mind that price of $3.70. Now, the Dolphins did beat us back on Good Friday earlier in the year, so no doubt we will want some revenge. What do you reckon, Z-Tank? Dolphins, Cowboys. Do you think this will be closer than what the market suggests?
It's I mean, it's like, I think, like, regardless of form, like, all the type of Queensland derbies have all been, like, relatively close combatants.
Yep.
I do think the Cowboys should be able to get the job done. But it's one of those games where it can just go right down the wire. I'm going to say the Cowboys by 6.
It's a danger game.
You're gonna struggle to see that win, but
I'll be sweating. What about first try? Who do you like in that in this one?
I think maybe what I think is going to happen is, like, I think the Dolphins could have the edge in the beginning, but then the Cowboys start to, like, swell. So I'm going to have a Sarko go over for the first try.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't rule it out. Sarko has been in good try scoring form this year, and last time he played us, I think he scored 4 tries on us, Sarko. So yeah, no, it's a big game, and look, I'm not going to lie, it is a danger game for us. I do think this will be close. Like, I don't believe we're going to go up there on Sunday and we're going to be like, on Friday and be like, Cowboys by 20. It ain't going to happen. It's going to be a lot closer than people think. I'm going to go the Cowboys by 10 points. A really close game, a 10-point game. I wouldn't be surprised if the scores were all leveled up at halftime. That's how close I think this is going to be. I'll go Cowboys by 10 points. First try scorer. I was going to go with Jeremiah Nanai, but I'm a little bit worried about his fitness because he doesn't look 100%. I'll go Ruben Cotter for first try scorer. Ruben Cotter, first try. Cowboys by 10. All right. Let's get into Super Saturday. And we start off with, well, with all due respect, an absolute shit game. The 3 o'clock game, we've got the Melbourne Storm up against the Gold Coast Titans. Melbourne $1.15 favourites. The Titans are paying about $5.10. Melbourne may be welcoming back Ryan Pappenhausen, which is a huge boost. Gold Coast, obviously, they've just got injuries and they're falling apart. What do you reckon about this one? Is it Melbourne $15 plus Z-Tank?
Yeah, unfortunately for any Titans fans that are watching, but yeah, Storm have been starting to finding their footing. We're a bit questionable in places, but they've switched onto their finals form of the run home, and this is a game where they're going to pile on the points. I'm going to have the Storm by about 22, and first try scorer, I've got with a really easy one, but Will Warbrick. I mean,
oh yeah, how good is he?
He's just been
He's an absolute gun. He's got it all, Will Warbrick. He just scores tries at will now. Yeah, I think Melbourne will be winning this, and they'll be winning it well. Gold Coast are coming to the end. They've been competitive for a few weeks now, but now they're getting injuries. Jaden Campbell's going to be out for a while, and Foran's out, Boyd's out. They've just got they're hammered. Melbourne will win this by 40. I'll be surprised if they don't win by more than 30 points. Melbourne by 40. First try. All right, well, if you're going to go with Willie Warbrick, I'm going to go with the other wing. I'm going to go with Xavier Coates. I think Storm, that'd be too good. That'll be too good. Let's go to the middle game of Super Saturday at 5:30 from Allianz Stadium. It's the Sydney Roosters up against the West Tigers. Roosters $1.20. West Tigers at $5.50. Now, the Roosters, their situation is pretty simple. They just have to win. And they are still a chance of playing finals. If they lose, well, they might as well forget about it as well. As for the Tigers, they can actually still avoid the wooden spoon, which is crazy to think. But it's at Allianz Stadium. Roosters need to win. Who do you like, Roosters or the Tigers?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Roosters. Though the Tigers have, especially in their last game, have shown some real play, and they've kind of shown it over the last couple of months or so. Like, I remember their game against the Sharks. The Tigers came out to play, but yeah, I think Roosters should be able to get the job done. They've been on a really good flip of form, and yeah, I think the Roosters are going to get them by 16, and I'm going to go with the old reliable James Tedesco to go over for the first try.
Yeah, look, I'll be very surprised if the Roosters don't win. They should get it done. It's at Allianz. It's the last home game of the season. Tigers, pretty lucky last week. If it wasn't for the crossbar, they would have lost to the Dolphins, who had a reserve grade team. So Roosters will be winning, and they'll be winning fairly well. I'll go the Roosters by 18 points. Could be more. First try scorer, we're going to go with, let's go with Joseph Manu as the first try scorer. Roosters to beat the Tigers on Saturday night. Let's go to the other game Saturday night. Now, this game could be competitive. It could be interesting. It's got potential. Saturday night, 7:35 from GIO Stadium in Canberra. Raiders' last home game of the season as well. They take on the Broncos. Now, the Broncos are favourites $1.40. Raiders $2.90. Adam Reynolds will be out. Jack Whiten will be touch and go for Canberra. The Raiders lose this, they are in all sorts for the top 8, because if the Cowboys and Roosters win their last 2 and the Raiders lose their last 2 to Brisbane and Cronulla, Canberra will fall out of the 8. So it's a very big situation for the Raiders. What do you reckon, Canberra and Broncos? Can the Raiders, can they do it again for the second time this year?
I think out of all the games, this is probably the one where it's going to be if I had to pick one to go to Golden Point, I feel like this is the one that would go down. But I think this is going to be a very close game. But I'm going to just edge it out to Brisbane. I think it's probably going to be a high-scoring game, but I think Brisbane will have enough, even with Reynolds being out. I'm going to say Brisbane by 8, and I'm going to have Selwyn Cobbo going over for the first try scorer.
Well, I'm with you. I'm also going to go Brisbane by 8. I think the Raiders will be up for it, but the Broncos have just got too many weapons at the moment. They are second on the ladder for a reason. So, Bronx to win by 8. First try scorer. Look, I'm going to go... You know what? Bugger it. Kurt Capewell. Kurt Capewell for first try scorer. Broncos by 8. I think the Bronx are going to beat them. But we'll have to wait and see what happens there. Let's go on to Sunday footy, the 2 o'clock game. These two sides have absolutely nothing to play for except for pride. We've got the Bulldogs and Manly, 2 o'clock at a core stadium in front of a nice crowd of about 5,000 people. Manly are $1.45, Bulldogs at $2.80. I don't have a single clue what's going to happen here. It's a toss the coin. Who do you like, Z-Tank?
Again, I think it's another one that can go either way. I'm going to go a little bit bold. I think the Bulldogs can actually pull this off. I think this is going to be another close game. I've got Bulldogs by 2. Like, this is sort of in the same territory as our potential Golden Point game. And I'm going to go, the first try scorer, I'm going to go Jacob Preston if he's in.
Jacob Preston. Nice. I'm going to go Manly only because I think DCE is enough for Manly to get home. Bulldogs were very close against Canberra the other day, but look, who the hell knows? Who knows in this game? It's one of those ones where it means nothing. Bulldogs at the value is a very nice price, $2.80. I mean, as a punter, I do not mind that, but I'm going to go Manly by 4. Manly by 4 points. First try. Let's go with that damaging back rower, Hamoli Olakawatu. We'll back him in for the first try. He's a handful. We'll throw him in. And the final game of the round, I think it is the game of the round. What a blockbuster, man. Sunday afternoon, 4 o'clock, McDonald Jones Stadium in Newcastle. It is the Knights and the Sharks. The Knights are $1.70. The Sharks are at $2.20. Now, the situation is very simple. If the Sharks win, they will be playing a home final in Cronulla in week 1 of the final series. If the Knights win, they are confirmed to play finals footy. And they'll be in the top 6, I believe, as well. So, Newcastle versus Cronulla. Z-Tank, I know your beloved Newcastle Knights are looking good. Are you nervous for this one? And what's your tip?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I think out of the sort of run that's been happening, this game and the Rabbitohs games have been the ones I've been dreading. We were able to get over the line against Souths. Sharks are a team that have been sort of a bogey for us, regardless of how well or terrible we've gone. But I mean, it's kind of like we're like tempting fate, because obviously, like with the Knights win last week, it's like the longest winning streak we've had since 2001. It's like we're starting to tempt fate a little bit. But I think the Knights can get it done. I think we've got to be up for it. I mean, at least Hastings might be back, so it could be a full strength Knights team. So I'm going to say Knights by 10, and I'm going to have Dominic Young go over for first try scorer.
I like it. It's so hard to call. Like, this is a really hard game. I think the Sharks have got a reasonable record at McDonald Jones Stadium as well. This is so hard to call. I don't know which way to go. Sharks have been playing great footy lately. Newcastle won 7 in a row. They are due a loss. We know this. They are due a loss. We don't know when it will happen. Oh, God. You know what? I'm sorry to give you pain, but I'm going to tip Cronulla.
Yeah,
and it's going to be even more pain. I'm going to go golden points.
Yep.
Golden points.
That'd do us, yep.
Nico Hines field goal. Sharks by a point. I don't know. I can't split them. Like, I think if these two sides met in week 1 of the final series, I wouldn't have a single clue of which way to go. Wouldn't have a clue.
Mm.
It's just, oh man, it's such a tough game to call. But I am going to go Cronulla. So, based off that, Z-Tank, me and you have gone two different tips. We've got the exact same up until Sunday, where I've got Manly, you've got the Dogs, and I've got the Sharks, and you've got the Knights. So, interesting round of footy ahead. But I just want to thank you, Z-Tank, for coming on to the channel tonight for the round 26 tips, mate, and all the best on Sunday against the Sharks.
Yeah, thank you, and all the best for Friday night.
Oh, mate, if we lose, you'll probably be turning on Channel 9 News and you'll be seeing a chubby Cowboy supporter being arrested in Roma Street for losing his shit after losing to the Dolphins or something. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully we will get the job done. But thank you to everyone that tuned in to the round 26 tipping video live stream. If you guys enjoyed the content, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you do subscribe to ZTank99 if you haven't already as well. But anyway, guys, that's going to wrap things up from here. Have a fantastic Monday night and all the best to your teams over the weekend, except if you go for the Dolphins. But anyway, have a good night, everyone. See you later.